All right, it's official. This is the greatest Yummy OTK you're ever going to see in your life. Through the most interruptions with one starter you'll ever see in your life. And if you ever see a better Yummy replay than this, you tell me, because I want to see it myself. This is even better than when I set Ash and absolutely fucked Sako in the ass. Pause. Or how badly I killed him in that video if you guys watched that. This is even greater, and it's against your national champion and last year and runner-up this year, Aditya Durap, my boy, AD. So watch this video for the greatest Yummy OTK you're ever gonna see. Let's get straight into it. I use my very own Yummy game plan. I don't like the word spreadsheet. It's hella nerdy and accountanty. This is my Yummy game plan, and we're gonna stick to it. All videos, stick to the game plan, baby. Because my Yummy game plan was created by the 5 greatest players on planet Earth. And it's available to you guys for a limited time discount. Also, anyone that does get the Yummy Masterclass / Yummy game plan can also see my Masterclass August 8th, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. It was created by Steven. The combos were made by 24 YCS Champ. It was prepared by Steven Trifonowski, edited by Trif Gaming, and published by the Pen God. The 5 greatest Yu-Gi-Oh players on planet Earth. I have a nice little agenda here of what it'll show. Nice little introduction with me with the white shirt. I own 10 white shirts, 10 black shirts. Every dude can relate. And these are just some statistics of what happens when you read my Yummy game plan. You'll have 7,291 dates. You'll at least get 10x of the amount that you're paying, which is $40. And you simply go to locals 2 days a week and you'll get this back in no time. I already got $400 back, and this shit just came out a few days ago. And your win rate will be pretty damn high. I post every single combo you need with 1 of each card, and what happens with the 2-card combos, how do you sequence your starters, how to destroy the hand trap specifically, and my personal favorite, the deck lists, and my personal favorite, access to a bunch of replays that you're able to watch and know how to win. Anyways, enough on that. Let me show you guys now the best replay you've ever seen. But if you guys do love this replay and love, especially when an OTK the opponent into absolute oblivion, sending his ass back to the Shadow Realm and arguably making him quit Yu-Gi-Oh forever, I want you guys to really consider signing up for my Yu-Gi-Oh Masterclass Friday, August 8th at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, where you will also be receiving this lovely Yummy game plan that I've created myself with the 5 other best Yu-Gi-Oh players in history. Let's go. Again, I want you guys to be the judge at this, okay? This is one of the greatest OTKs I've ever witnessed in my life. So they're playing Malice. I'm playing the best deck, Yummy. I opened 3 hand traps. However, they open one of the crazy hands of Malice that's just unstoppable. I go Imperm on the Chessie Cat. Doesn't opt to MTP because he's saving it for later to save for the ransom. Goes ransom. I go Purge. They go MTP. This is one of those crazy Malice hands that plays through 5 hand traps. I'm very familiar with them as Malice Mitsurugi Fiend. As Ryzel Mitsurugi Fiendsmith also has plenty of hands like that, you know, when you open Broken in these older format decks, 3, 4, 5 hand traps literally is not stopping them. This is one of those examples. Absolute god hand from the opponent, but that's okay. It's bound to happen. This match will go to game 3. Game 3 is where the crazy OTK happens. But you're gonna want to watch. I'm gonna fast forward quickly to get to that point because both these games are still something good for you guys to watch. Just by showing Purge, obviously he knows that I'm on Yummy, so you don't need to scoop right away if your opponent sees the Purge. It's gonna end on an absolutely broken hand to 3 hand traps. This is why he is the world national champion and almost the back-to-back national champion. I have an amazing hand, 3 hand traps, 3 starters. The only win con here, in my opinion, is if for some reason he's gonna get rid of the Hornet, where I need him to get rid of the Hornet, and then I Prosperity into Obedience Schooled, which very smart, just gets rid of the Yummy. So even if I Prosperity into Obedience Schooled wasn't gonna be enough because of Kagari, now we are going first. This is gonna be a good way to show you guys how it's my turn how to combo now. If you look at this great play here, so it's double Impulse and Ball Drake. I say this specifically in my Yummy game plan. I literally, look at this, my spreadsheet game plan, whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna pull it up right now real quick. Look at this. Correct or chronological sequencing. Always Obedience School going first. Always, bro. We just played around Impulse. It could have been Impulse or Ash. We just ate Obedience Schooled right away with Impulse and Ash. On top of that, if there was shitter hand traps like Vela or Imperm, the Obedience Schooled, because you have all the Yummies in the graveyard, you're able to play around it by tagging out Ritual Beast, tag out the Synchro 2, so your actual cards resolve. Your Snatch, you can't get Veiler to Imperm. Your Cups, you can't get Veiler to Imperm. It plays around everything. Ash, Veiler, Imperm, Impulse, all the other cards as well. Purge, Ogre, Bell, because you're actually able to chain to tag out at least summon 2 monsters at the very least if you get Ash or Imperm or whatever, right? So hits the Obedience Gold. I could Prosperity for another Obedience Obedience School if I want, but you literally have 2 starters. We just ate a card for nothing. This is the beauty of this deck. 5 cards, now you got 4 cards. They have 3 hand traps. It's not going to do jack shit, just like the last replay too. I do a cool play here I want you guys to see. This is very important. I'm going to reference this in my Friday August 8th masterclass with the spreadsheet. When you open a Hornet and when you open any Yummy card, like if you look at the counts, token, Kagari, token, Yummy, you're still on four monsters, so it doesn't necessarily it does not obliterate you to nib. This is fine. Mentions if Ash gets Obedience Schooled is a part of the restriction. I don't even comment because it just doesn't do that. So what you're gonna do here, you're gonna actually special your Yummy. That way, look at this. I'm gonna go straight to Cupsy with these 2. That way, if there was a Veiler or Imperm, we're still playing around it. Well, not Veiler because of Impulse, but Imperm is a card that they do play. If I went Kagari and token into Cupsy, there's no Yummy in graveyard to tag out. This is so fucking vital, these little plays. This is why I'm telling you I'm the best guy we play in the game, bruh. It's a fucking no-brainer to join the masterclass. Friday, August 8th, 5 p.m. for 5 hours of coaching. All right, enough plugging. We're gonna get into plugging our victory into this game. But if you did not have the Yummy engrave, you can't tag out. So if Cupsy Yummy Way did get Veiler or Imperm, you're able to tag out the Cupsy Yummy Way to go into the Cookie. Even though Cookie's not Cupsy, you need the Cupsy Yummy Way to search your actual Cupsy. So I did not want my Yummy Way to get hit at all. So what's gonna happen? We're gonna use the fact here to get Lollipop and Cupsy. Thanks to Prosperity and this whole setup, you don't need to keep both. I'm not discarding the Veiler here when we just absolutely don't need to, especially when they're locked into nib. So our next line here is we're gonna put this into Snatchy. Always put Snatchy on board before Cupsy Yummy. This is, again, you went out of your way earlier with the Cookie to play around Veiler and Imperm. Obviously, you should be doing that again with the Cupsy to make it absolutely obsolete. So now we're gonna add Yummy Surprise. At this state, we're gonna go into Lollipop to special 2 monsters. There's a Ball Drake there, but what? You're gonna Ball Drake one of the monsters in my grave? I don't give a like. That doesn't do jack shit. On top of that, we could always surprise special back if we want. Bring those 2 out. We're gonna Marcher special. You have a situation here to Ball Drake the Lollipop if you wanted to, but Marcher summon back Yummy Way doesn't do anything. It literally doesn't do shit. So at this point, we're just gonna put those into Herald. We're gonna put that into the Link 1. We're gonna Prosperity before we use the field spell. We get Ash here over Veiler because if you get double, like Ash obviously is not the greatest card on the planet versus Malice. If you search double Veiler, then you can't activate Veiler under Herald because Veiler, you have to send it to grave specifically, which you can't do under Herald. And if you get Surprise as other interrupt, you'd have to set 2 Yummy Surprises just open to Talents and Duster and Lightning Storm and potentially Thrust into Duster and Lightning Storm. So there's no reason to have a bunch of sets for no reason. When Veiler and Ash plays around Eclipse and Thrust, and it's just in generic a good card. So obviously Ash is a card you take there. And the other time you could Ball Drake right now is when we use the field spell to special from grave, but clearly that still won't do jack shit. We're gonna win anyways. So he's saving his Ball Drake for a time when it actually matters, but not that it does matter because we're going to obviously win here. There's nothing they could do. Right away on the summon, you have 10 interruptions this turn, and we're gonna book this now. You don't Cookie Yummy Way doesn't always need to book 2. Booking 1 is almost the same as booking 2 in scenarios like Dormouse right there. You're gonna go Gold Sark with the other one and go into Rabbit, in which case you're gonna tag out to get more monsters out for free, allowing him to go Rabbit. I'm gonna go Cookie to pop that. Too beautiful. Too beautiful. Actually, too beautiful. And that is that. We're now going to go on to the greatest game 3 you guys are ever going to witness. This game 3 was what this whole waiting was for. This game 3 is incredible. We go full on the Allure, obviously, in case they draw into Ash. Okay? Look at the hand here, and you're gonna witness my hand traps are gonna do fuck all. So I'm gonna summon out the Chessy Cat. At this, we're actually forced to Imperm because obviously the only line they're gonna go into is Cryptor. So Imperm, it doesn't beat Cryptor because Cryptor will point to something, and we can't let him get more non-engine. Sadly, there's 3 crazy non-engine. And for those who played this deck before, different dimension ground is the dimension shifter is next level against Yummy because you can't special from grave with the field spell. You can't Lollipop. You can't Marcher. You actually can't do fuck all. You can't do shit. You have no follow-up. Surprise sucks. It's a crazy card. And when you backed it up with 2 Imperms, and as you can see with the Rabbit in hand and the other stuff they have, like this is gonna be with a Cryptor and MTP as well. Ghost Ogre is a blank, and we draw into a blank. Look at very good play here versus Fualos. The Fualos is gonna do nothing. So this is the setup. Okay, we're gonna draw. I'm just gonna draw here. Ogre and Veiler do nothing. We drew the only brick we have in our deck in field spell. Please never play the second field spell. Fucking ass. We have 2 plays here, and it's under different dimension ground. We have Hornet, we have Obedient School, and we're dealing with MTP banish. We're dealing with Cryptor banish, even though there's no card banish right now. MTP will search March Hare. March Hare could banish any of these at any given time to make sure a banish card is there for Cryptor. So you're gonna have to deal with MTP, you're gonna have to deal with Cryptor banish, you're gonna have to deal with double March Hare follow-up. So crazy follow-up, different dimension ground, so you can't actually use your graveyard, and double imperm. And I'm gonna count March Hare as an interrupt because it's just crazy follow-up. That's 5 actual interrupts and a crazy follow-up March Hare. So let's see what we could do here. What do we do first? Obviously you need Obedient School. I even say this in my fucking spreadsheet, bro. If you're going second, your Obedient School is the card that needs to resolve. So I would rather them negate the Hornet drones so my Obedient School could resolve. This is looking very bad. Like, how the fuck we win this shit? So right away at the token, opposite MTP it, which is the exact play that they have to do because there's only a finite number of interrupts. Cryptor, MTP are 2 very good interruptions against this deck because if you start with Hornet drones and then you get rid of that, and then if normal Yummy, you Cryptor it, the game's over. Go Obedient Schooled here. All right, now is our chance. However, flips up. I thought it was Eclipse. So if it was Eclipse, I would have set Ghost Ogre, would have draw 4. You'd have Ghost Ogre Veiler and draw 3 as interruption. Would still be in the game. I was hoping it was Book of Eclipse here. And then it's different dimension ground. You're gonna see how tough it is because everything gets banished. So what do we do next? We activate the field spell. Look, this is the greatest OTK you're ever gonna see. This is against 2 extremely high level players that are champions. Normal summon Veiler because Veiler is a level 1 tuner. Okay, so immediately we're gonna take the Veiler and the Cupsy and make Cupsy Yummy Way. Cupsy Yummy Way will allow us to search for 2 Yummies and discard 1 card, checking if he wants to hand trap it in any way. He's not scared of Cupsy Yummy Way at all. So we're gonna search 2, discard 1. At this state, we're gonna go into Yummy Snatchy, seeing if he wants to do anything at this point. Nothing. We're gonna special Cupsy and use Cupsy effect. If you notice something, I went into Snatch. Clearly they're saving hand traps for Cupsy. I went into Snatchy knowing if they're like, obviously these are real. It's malice. They're real. What's it gonna be? Another allure? They would have used it. Obviously it's traps. So Snatchy, if we special Cupsy and they imperm Cupsy and we use Cupsy effect, we change Snatchy so Cupsy would still resolve. Ops not to imperm. We go get, because there's no good place to imperm. We'll just take this quick synchro and they have no good place to imperm. So we get the Yummy Surprise, but Yummy Surprise cannot target Cryptor because it's pointing to March Hare. So it's still tough here to actually go for game. Special Yummy, a special Lollipop. Use Lollipop to target the rabbit, hoping he changes the March Hare. Ops not to. Should have put the Yummy in didn't put the Yummy in attack. Didn't really, whatever. So we put Snatchy in attack instead. Now at this game state, just enter battle phase because hey, look, when Cryptor, it's under different dimension ground. How the fuck are you gonna do with Cryptor? It cannot be targeted. And on top of that, when it gets banished, it'll be 5,000 attack, and then none of my shit goes over 5,000 attack. So let's just enter battle phase. He agrees. It's thinking M1. They're thinking hard. They're thinking hard. You know, just a little small guys. He says it's okay. Cookie Yummy attack. This is at 2,500. My Cookie Yummy gains 25. 35. So they take 1,000 damage. Effect, pay 900. March Hare says your opponent cannot target Malice Link monsters that point to this card with card effects. Nothing points to it. So we activate Surprise. So balance the Cryptor and the March Hare. Bouncing back our Cupsy and our Cookie that already attacked. He thought I was going to kill the March Hare because it'll be banished for Cryptor to banish something. Bounce both. Each of these still gain 1,500 attack. Each of my 3 monsters are 2,100 attack points. Enter battle. That's 6,300. We just fucking OTK'd that whole setup. And that's why you fucking take the masterclass, to learn how to sequence like a fucking goat. To learn to sequence like the goat. I even have to set my Metafy link or my masterclass link in the comments, bro. I just had to do it. I just had to do it because that was the definition of a masterclass performance. Go back at this video. Look at the board we were facing. It was Cryptor, MTP, different dimension ground, double imperm, basically against 1 Obedient School. We couldn't use our graveyard. Lollipop was gone. Field spell was gone. We can't tag out. Tagging out is how the deck is crazy. OTK'd Malice. Let's go! I said in the beginning of the video, if this impressed you, if that OTK impressed you, that was fucking insane of an OTK. If you guys really understand Yu-Gi-Oh mechanics and how difficult this deck is versus different dimension ground, while playing through Cryptor MTP, double imperm, while baiting and him not knowing, him thinking he's safe because Cryptor be a 5k attack and it can't be targeted. If that impressed you, you just have to sign up for the masterclass. That ass. I don't make the rules. I do make the rules, actually. I fucking create them. Yummy best deck. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys next video. Peace.